Alright, how we doing, folks? Your boy Marcos over here as we continue this road to Black Ops 3, man. Little series I'm doing right here, just going through all the Call of Duties and playing a little something, something. It won't always be multiplayer, as it is not the case over here. We're doing a little Spec Ops right here. Me and my boy Who. This is one of those tough missions, man. You play these days a veteran, and there's like maybe two. I think after this, there was three that I hadn't beaten yet. Two were like just crazy juggernaut things. And then this one was like the third one, and we managed to get through it this time over here. You know, I always kind of start these off here talking about where I was in life, because that's part of the reason I think why these games appeal to me so much, is because it kind of gives me a timeline as to where I was and what I was doing when Modern Warfare 2 came out. And if memory serves me right, it came out, I guess, my junior year in high school. In college. Let's do some math over here. So. Oh, it comes out fresh, yeah, my junior year. So it comes out my junior year that November, and it's actually pretty funny, man. It's too funny of a story, but hopefully she's not listening. My girlfriend at the time, she threw like a surprise birthday party, so I ran cross country and tracked out that whole time, and this would always come around my birthday. My birthday, the 15th November. The games would always come out around my birthday, and also there was like a big like exam. I don't know if it was finals week or something. There was like a lot of tests that I had that week or whatever, and also had my like biggest race of the season. So it was kind of a big week. My Modern Warfare 2 dropped. I made a conscious decision to not even play it. I was like, I'm not even gonna play it. I don't even know if I bought it, honestly. I think I just didn't play it. Period. I was like, I'm not gonna touch this thing. I'm staying away. Actually, you know, I think when this game came out, I may have not even had a 360 at that time. It might have been right around a little bit after that when I bought a 360. But I think Roberts had bought it, and I just hadn't played it. You know, it was in the living room. I made a conscious decision he would be playing. I wouldn't even look at it. I'm like, no, I do gotta focus on my schoolwork, my race. So I remember getting. I'm not gonna remember saying getting A's in the test, but I remember killing in the test. Did pretty good in the race, I believe. And then I got home after the race. It was my birthday. Right? Yeah? Maybe? No? I don't know. Roughly around there. And all I wanted to do was like stay at the crib, man, and not do anything, man. And she had like all this stuff planned out for us to do, all this surprise stuff or whatever. And I kind of just looked at her and I was like, damn, man, like why you gotta do me like that though? Like why would you do all this to me over here? Surprise birthday party stuff and everything. She even invited a couple of my friends over, and I felt really bad because I was very happy about the situation. Like obviously it was very nice of her and whatnot, but literally everything hurt, like every single inch of my body hurt, and all I wanted to do was just play some Call of Duty. Couldn't do that. Nope. Won't be able to do it was my answer over there. I wasn't able to play the duty over there, but whatever. I guess actually it was my senior year now. I'm thinking about it in college or whatever. And I remember at first, like Father came up and I was like, cool. I was like, listen, man, we'll just play some duty, all right? We'll drink. And he's like, okay, cool. And Usain came up. I was like, we'll just play some duty and we'll drink. And then the whole party happened. And I was like, all right, I guess I ain't playing no duty though. But we're drinking. We managed to do that over there. And it was my 21st birthday, probably around there. So moral of the story is, you know, when someone throws you a surprise party, just be really happy and enjoy it over there. And it kind of happens every single year, man. And, you know, I'm blessed that there's people that actually care about me in their lives and they want to, like, you know, do fun things with me or whatever. But duty always comes around my birthday, and I always find it such a struggle to tell people, yo, all I want to do is play Call of Duty on my birthday, though. I don't need you to, like, shower me with all this love and whatnot. Like we could shower me with love like next week though. It's cool. Like don't shower me in love in February though. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta talk to Treyarch and Activision, see if we get these Call of Duty games released a little bit sooner or a little bit later, just so they interfere with my birthday, man. So Modern Warfare 2 called me at that point in my life where I was a senior in college, and you know the online experience to me wasn't the most captivating. I remember I would just get my ass kicked in it. For the most part, I have a pretty relatively well enough KD. I think it's like a 1.8 or somewhere around there. It's kind of my expression to all these early games. Yeah, I think my KD's like around a 1.8. I'm pretty sure World at War it's above a 2, but in these I think it's like a 1.8. I go down over here and I'm like, Sonny, like, you better take that guy down and save me. We tried all different ways here, man. We tried going in the house, around the house, everything until we managed to do it. It didn't take us too long, maybe like 40 minutes to figure out the correct path, but it's insane when you play this on veteran just how much it pains you. So this game introduced a bunch of stuff, right? You know, the multiplayer was kind of rampant and kind of crazy and very quick paced, and you know, the time to kill was very, very short, and that's part of the reason why I didn't like it. You know, it was very controversial when it came out at the time. The whole terminal stage, you know, the whole airport stage where you have to kill people. Well, let's rephrase this. This is the interesting part. You don't have to kill anybody, you know. In that stage, you kind of are like infiltrating like a terrorist group or something like along those lines. And you're walking through this airport with your gun out, and you could either kill people or not kill people. You get through the whole mission without killing a single person. You could also, so controversial at the time that you could skip over it. Like, I remember there was being an option where I was like, hey, if you don't want to play this really messed up stage, you don't have to. Which is kind of crazy to think about it. I don't think you've seen that, honestly, in any other game since. I've never played another game where they give me the option to say, hey, yo, bro, you don't want to play that? Don't worry about it. We'll just skip around it. We'll don't worry about it. It won't be like that essential to what we're doing over here. And Modern Warfare 2 had that in that sense. And, you know, part of the reason why that was such a priority is because of the impact that September 11th had. Now, this is many years later, but, you know, it was still fresh on our mind. And, you know, the danger at airports, the shoe bomber, all that stuff. And it kind of changed how we've traveled, honestly. You know, it's just not the same. You know, it's a lot more of a hassle now because of things along those natures. Maybe eventually it'll cool off, but I don't know. We'll see. That's neither here nor there in terms of Modern Warfare 2. So the campaign kind of had that effect on it. And, you know, people start citing the campaign as this kind of where the Modern Warfare series kind of tailed off because there was just a bunch of random stuff happening on. I don't know. I never had, like, any beef with any of these, like, campaigns. You kind of know what you're getting yourself into, man. You're getting yourself into just a, you know, a machismo. No, I wouldn't say machismo, but, you know, a crazy Expendables, Rambo kind of just insane story where a lot of stuff's going to be blown up. That's what Call of Duty is. It's a great action movie, so you're getting yourself for that. Asking anything more than that, you're asking a little bit too much over here. And they tell some good stories sometimes. There's some poignant points or whatever. They also introduced Spec Ops, which was kind of their response to the zombies, which was interesting. It was an interesting response. I still like it. Hell, we still play it, as you can see right now. We'll still go through there, and there's a couple of over there. There's literally 2 missions that we haven't done yet, and maybe we'll go down. You know, every once in a while, it's months. Months could go by, and all of a sudden, who's signing? I'm like, yo, you want to roll with the Spec Ops over here? And it's pretty tight to do that. You normally don't. The one thing about Spec Ops is replayability, in terms of you normally don't go back and do stages that you beat, right? Once you beat them, it's kind of over. That is a little bit of a knock on it, where Zombie is quite the opposite. So you can't beat it, you kind of just end up playing it over and over and over again. And obviously Zombies is the better of the two, but this was Infinity Ward's answers towards Zombies, you know, to give you a cooperative mode as well, where you and your friend could play and enjoy the game. And, you know, it draws some of the stuff from the storyline. It kind of adds its own little missions or whatever. I enjoy it. I like Spec Ops a lot. In an ideal world, honestly, in a very ideal world, my game would come packed in with Zombies and Spec Ops, and I would be like, what? Now, that's asking too much, because they already got 3 pillars in the game. Adding a 4th wouldn't be able to do that, and this is kind of where that 3rd pillar was introduced. And in Modern Warfare 3, they had the Spec Ops as well, and now, obviously, the survival modes have kind of taken off a little more, and it improved over that, and kind of taken the role of the Spec Ops, and I think that's going to be kind of standard from here going forward. But it was something that added a lot to my life in that time. And I remember playing a lot with Brino as well. He would come down. We do a Spec Ops, split screen those Spec Ops. Shout out to that Perfect Dog thing. Yeah, we used to split screen the Spec Ops, man, and get through them. And we always got stuck on those little, like, old rig one with the crazy juggernauts at the end, the snow stuff, or it'll go like black and white, man. What the hell is it called? Oh, the smoke stuff. And then we had Breach at the end. It was insane. I actually beat down with Husani Fair recently, too. So, Modern Warfare 2, I think it was a very positive step in terms of Call of Duty, and it blew up Call of Duty even more than it already was. You know, there was definitely a large amount of people that were introduced from Modern Warfare 2. So if we're going to look at kind of how this early beginning of Call of Duty shakes out from the online era, you're definitely going to be talking about Modern Warfare, the original, being a peak. Like, whoa, this is something we haven't seen before. World at War, I think, honestly, being in terms of public perception, a step back. You know, it was like, oh, World War II again. Oh, this is so slow. For me, I like World at War, so I was cool with it. But I think for public perception, it was kind of a step back. And you notice that because at the time, I remember a lot of people just weren't playing World at War. They were still playing Modern Warfare. And you see that from time to time. You know, a lot of people, for example, when Black Ops 1 came out, we could talk about this more in tomorrow's episode with Blops 1. When Blops 1 came out, they didn't go to Blops 1. It was too slow for them again. They stayed with Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 2 had a lot of tail with it. I'm going to keep 100 with you, man. I know like 5 or 6 cats that still play Modern Warfare 2 on the regular in the multiplayer, man. And I hopped in because I have a couple games I was thinking about posting for the multiplayer over here before I settled in on just doing the Spec Ops and bringing a different direction. I hopped in, man, and those lobbies were full. There was a couple thousand people playing, and yo, straight up, there was people maxed out prestige and still balling out over here, still talking bad trash, yo. So Modern Warfare 2 is something that, and the new tubes, the shotguns. I mean, there's so many things that emblematic of the game, for positive or for negative. And I think Usani here tells me that there's a jug or something going on. So this guy like epic over here. I believe it's a jug. I don't know. It might just be some regular dude. And there he is. And I'm like, oh, all right, bro. I was like, let's go down. Snipe, 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 snipes. Woo! Get those 3 stars, baby. Earn. So Modern Warfare 2, man. Definitely advanced the series. Definitely was a fun entry. Not exactly my favorite, but it's pretty damn good, and it's still good to this day, man. Your boy Marcos wrote a Black Ops 3.